Alright, for today's video we're going to be making this cute little card holder keychain. I think it looks kind of like a cassette tape, which is cute. I decided to make it a little on the large side, so you can easily fit multiple cards in there or cash. And yeah, like I said, I made it on the larger side because I've made card holders in the past. I sewed up a whole bunch of them and then they were all too small. So where bigger is better in this case. I just have a used gift card for my size, just to make sure that things fit how they're supposed to. For this one I used flowery buttons, but I would recommend smoother buttons because they will go on a bit better. But yeah, you can just put it on your keys or a lanyard and you're good to go. So what you need for this project, a couple buttons. I've got these pretty little kind of silvery gray ones with some gold colored bit in the middle. F hook, if it'll show. Scissors, worsted weight acrylic yarn. What I'm using today, it's just Mainstays acrylic yarn. It's worsted weight. Yeah, just a pretty standard worsted weight yarn. And then one of these little keychain rings, or you could also use a carabiner. I just got these on Amazon. Real cheap. You can get them at Walmart, wherever. So yeah, so we're going to start off with a slip knot, and then we're going to chain 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And then in the third chain, oh, got a fuzzy. In the third chain from hook, we're going to half double crochet, and then we're going to half double crochet across. So I'm working on, so here's the top, which is where you might normally work. I am working on the bottom because I prefer the look of that. So 1, 2, 3, half double crochet in that third stitch, and then across. So that will give you 18 half double crochet. We're not counting the chain 2 as a stitch today. Okay, so 18 stitches across, 18 half double crochet, and then we're going to chain 2, and in that second chain, well, in that first half double crochet, so 2 chains, first half double crochet, you're going to half double crochet again, and then do that across, and we're going to repeat that for a total of 8 rows, and then we're going to fasten off, and that will be our front piece, because this works up in 2 pieces. And just a quick reminder in case you forgot what half double crochet is or you're new, it's yarn over, insert hook into your stitch, yarn over, pull through. So you have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3. So yeah, we're just going to do that for a total of 8 rows for the front. So I'll meet you back there then. Alright, so I just finished row 8. So I'm going to chain 1, snip, and fasten off. And then with half double crochet, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's these kind of lines here and here, and that is for every 2 rows.
Now what are you doing?
So I'm making another video, sweetheart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's our first piece, that's the front. No, sweetheart. And then for our second piece, we're gonna do that again. We're gonna make another one of these, but not fasten off. And then I'll meet you back here to show you the next step, because then we need to start decreasing for the flap. So we need to decrease to bring it in. So I will make another one of these and meet you back here. Alright, as you can see, I have made my second piece, which is the same as the front, but I have not fastened off. So now I am going to chain 1, turn, slip stitch into that first stitch, and then chain 2, half double crochet to 1 stitch from the end. So that brings us to a total of 16 stitches. And then you're going to do that for 3 more rounds until you have just 10 stitches left. So I'm almost there. And there we go. So we basically skipped one on either end. Chain 1, turn, slip stitch, chain 2. We're not counting that chain 2 as a stitch. And then this row, we're just gonna do 14. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Chain 1, and again, we missed that last stitch. We're not going to work that stitch. Chain 1, turn, slip stitch. You don't have to do the chain 1. It makes it easier for me to work personally. So that's just what I do. This third row, we're just gonna do 12 stitches. $11 and $12, and then this last row, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Chain 1, snip your end, fasten off. And now we just need to weave all our ends in, and then we're gonna connect our pieces and make the loops. So I'll be back once I'm done weaving my ends in. Alright, so I've got my ends woven in, and what I like to do, I mentioned those lines. I'm not sure how well you can see them on camera. I like to make sure they're lining up and then attach them like that. So there's that. We're going to take our yarn and our hook, another slip knot, and I like to start on the bottom. Make sure that your stitches are lining up. I usually do about 2 stitches from the end, and just single crochet right in there. And yeah, then you're just gonna start single crocheting around. You might want to do I would recommend doing probably about 3 stitches in each corner. 1, 2, and 3, just to kind of turn that corner there, so it doesn't end up super warped. And then just as evenly as you can, single crochet across the sides through both pieces of fabric. It's not going to be perfect. It's very tricky to get something like this perfect. You're just aiming for not too warped, basically. What I tend to do, especially once we get up to that curved part, but what I do is I do like one section at a time. Let me finish this last stitch of this section. Come on. I like to do like one section at a time, like, okay, that first side, yeah, that seems pretty even, and then I move on to the next. So what I'm going to do at this first corner of the front, I'm going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will be for our keychain. So chain 4, and then just continue on that back flap. And again, we're just doing our best. You know, you can do 2 stitches in places if it's fighting you. You can skip a spot if it's fighting you. We are aiming for our best. Then I'm at the top, so we're just going to evaluate. That looks pretty good. Perfect? No, but that's all right. So now that I'm up at the top, you know, I did 1 stitch, and then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 4, and then work a few, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, and then some more single crochet. And those will be our buttonholes. You just want to double check that your buttons fit through the holes, not too snug, but not too tight. Not too tight, but not too loose. So now we're going to work back down the other side of the flap. You could even do like a couple front pieces to make like different sections if you wanted. I haven't tried that, but I might. I might not. Who's to say? So yeah, it looks mostly even. So now we're back at the second side, and we're just gonna start going through both pieces of our fabric once again. And again, aiming for even, but if somebody wanted perfect, then they shouldn't have come to us. Besides, perfection doesn't have character. Just think of the most attractive person you know. They're boring as all get out. These are perfect in their own way. We're in a corner, so we're just gonna do 3 stitches to turn that corner. And again, that looks pretty even. I'm on a roll today. And then just go across the bottom. And this is the nice thing about working in the underside of your chains, is you have these nice stitches when you are attaching your pieces together. So it tends to attach a lot more evenly. My stitches are kind of tight, so you might be able to hear my crochet hook squeaking. And then after this, we're going to weave our ends in, add our buttons, which I think that the button holes are large enough I can just use some yarn and yarn needles. I'll show you how to space the buttons first, but add our little keychain and this bad boy will be all done. I think these would go pretty good at like craft shows. I think they'd make good gifts. Although I think anything would make a good gift if it's handmade. So just in that first stitch we did, I'm just going to do a quick slip stitch. And I'm not going to chain one because that leaves a bit of a cleaner look. But then we're just going to snip our yarn, pull it through, and I'll weave those in a moment. But first I'm going to show you how I space my buttons. So I fold the front flap down, and then there I can see the stitches that kind of come through, that you can kind of see through there. So like I'll take, you know, a little scrap of thread and I'll just pull that through, so then I know that's where that goes. And I'm just going to repeat that with the other side. It looks a little uneven because of the loop. I maybe should have done that a little bit lower, but that's for next time. So again, I'm just going to go through, pull that yarn, and there we go. So those are where I will be stitching my two buttons on. If they're on different rows, you know, just adjust accordingly. But yeah, so I'll meet you back here when I have finished putting things together. Alright, so again, this is a little wonky because I wasn't paying attention as well as I should have been. I promise yours won't turn out as silly looking if you're not doing it on camera, but overall I think it turned out nice. You know, as long as it still fits our empty card, which it does. You know, you could put library cards in here or anything you wanted, really. So there you go. If you liked this video, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Subscribe for more videos like this. Comment down below if you decide to make one, and what colors you used, or comment if you have any ideas of things I can make in future videos. I would love to hear from you. Yeah, see you next time, and God bless.